All right, so quickly before we get into talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning, I do want to mention that that video that you're about to see was recorded a couple of days ago. You'll be able to tell. But since that's happened and before I could release the video, this happened. And the moment this happened, people tagged me in it. Now, that's kind of been the trend since I've talked about the Tampa Bay Lightning's, public celebration. Is now anytime somebody else does something, it's, but Tougie, what about them? But Tougie, what about them? To try and whataboutism away how bad what the Lightning did actually is. And I'm not surprised that's the case, although it is bullshit. Allow me to say this. First and foremost, to the LA Dodgers. Congratulations on winning the World Series. I am very happy that Rob Manfred was booed, by the way. But congrats on winning the World Series. The LA Dodgers, as a team, one of the best-built teams in the history of the sport. You can't hate on them. They are absolutely deserving winners. No doubt about it. No saltiness because Mookie Betts is on the team. Trust me, I'm upset Mookie Betts isn't the Red Sox anymore, but I'm happy for Mookie Betts. He is, I'll say, arguably the best player in all of baseball, because then people be like, well, what about Trout? It is what it is. But yeah, in terms of, for the most part, the on-the-field stuff, yeah, one hell of a team. Even if there were some nervous moments there for the Dodgers, but congratulations, they finally got over the hump. Probably should have beaten the Astros a few years ago too, but that is what it is. That said, obviously the story is Justin Turner getting a positive test, getting pulled off the field, and then once they won, he's like, nope, fuck you, I'm celebrating, I'm going back out there. Now look, I know a lot of people have the argument of, oh, well, he was already out there playing, so there's a good chance he exposed people anyway before he got pulled from the game, which, again, is the dumbest goddamn excuse I've ever heard, because obviously it's, well, the alligator didn't bite my arm off the last time I put my arm in its mouth, but I'm going to do it again. You see what I mean here? Maybe not the best analogy in the world, but you get the point. Well, I didn't potentially infect other people, which, of course, the question of how he got this in the first place is interesting. We don't know. But, the first risk wasn't enough. Let me go out there, potentially risk, getting other people infected again because I feel fine, because asymptomatic isn't a thing, you fucking idiot. But also, when friends and family are out there celebrating as well. Oh, well, fuck them. I need to celebrate this. I'm not saying Justin Turner doesn't deserve to celebrate the fact that he won the World Series. It's a fucking amazing accomplishment for an individual to get. Very, very few people in this world get to experience that. But it's fairly obvious. It's a failure on his part to be a responsible human being, regardless of the emotions. Well, think of the circumstances. The circumstances don't matter. Human life and risking it over celebrating a trophy. I'm sorry, that's how it works. And if it doesn't work that way in your world, I don't know what the hell to tell you. It's a failure on Major League Baseball's part. I get that, he was, saying, I'm not going to comply with this, I'm going out there and celebrating. Fuck it, you should have said, hey, if you refuse to comply after a positive test, we have the option to arrest you. He never should have been able to get back out there onto that field. The point is, right, and hey, at least he's wearing a mask there. At least he's wearing a mask there. The point is, right, again, take the sports aspect of it. What the Dodgers did, tremendous on the field. Justin Turner's a fucking idiot. I don't care what the emotions of the situation are. It really is, granted, unlike the NHL and the NBA, it was never like, oh shit, the MLB is handling this in a great way. It was never that way. Obviously, the Miami Marlins, like 30 some odd players, whatever, were affected at the beginning of the season. Somehow they completed their season despite that. But yeah, no, Justin Turner's an idiot. But to this point, I'm going to say this again, the whataboutism in terms of like, well, what about the Padres? What about the Lakers? What about Lightning fans? You're not sweeping the dumb shit that Tampa did under the rug, and we're going to talk about that here in a second from the pre-recorded portion of this. But again, Every time something happens, am I going to make a video about it? No, because this shit happens on a daily basis. Does that mean that, oh, because it happens on a daily basis? Right, obviously not. But again, sitting here and just being like, well, this happened too, Tougie. Come on. You shit on Tampa, so you have to shit on the other people. It's not how it works, and you know that. And again, I mentioned this in a tweet the other day, aside from the fact that who would have fucking thought that Zlatan Ibrahimovic would be pro-mask. When I mentioned this as well, like his entire shtick is, I'm a self-absorbed douche, to the point where you don't know if he's pretending or not. And yet fucking Cristiano Ronaldo's like, oh, this is fucking, I'm asymptomatic, but this is bullshit, I can't play. Like, fucking A. But I mentioned this as well, aside from the fact that I think those are EASHL jerseys. I stand by this tweet. And again, it's the same thing. And like I said, Justin Turner could be a selfish moron, and what the Lightning did can also be stupid as hell. Much like we talked about in the video about Mitch Miller and the Arizona Coyotes, debating what's worse is fucking stupid when things... Debating what's worse when it's two incredibly stupid and negative things is pointless, because at the end of the day, it's still an incredibly stupid thing that happened. So, there you go, though. I appealed to you. Where's the Dodgers video? It's a part of the same video where we're going to go through the comments section for what happened in response to that Tampa Bay Lightning video that I still stand by, very much so. You know, for the longest time, I thought to myself, am I going to make this video? And at the very least, I waited long enough that the joke mullet I'm going to try to gift my girlfriend for Christmas is in pretty good effect, so people have the opportunity to insult the hair. I've grown out the neck beard. I'm not going to shave that yet either. Saving that so people can insult me with that. Of course, we're rocking the glasses. We got the Bruins banner up there. I think we got everything covered to be able to make this video. Now, I wasn't going to do so because what's the point of just flinging shit back and forth? However, NHL 21 is a shit show. Not exactly as big of a shit show as, say, the current COVID situation in the United States, but it's still a pretty big shit show, so, hey, I need something to fill up some time and some space. I gotta protect my cherished documents, apparently. I have nothing but time. So, for those that missed it, I released this video talking about the Tampa Bay Lightning throwing a parade, a month ago, if not a little bit more, and to this day, I'm still getting comments. Now, I have not directly gone through the full list of comments for this video yet, because, as I stated in the video itself, I don't really care what someone's opinion is on this topic, because it's either you share my opinion, and you're correct, or you don't share my opinion, and you're a fucking moron. Is what it is. But, to reiterate, the points I made in this video, it wasn't that the Tampa Bay Lightning weren't deserving champions. They absolutely are. Best team in hockey. It wasn't that I don't like the Tampa Bay Lightning. Fun fact, I have, I'd say, 2 Stanley Cup Finals on old school VHS. I still have, like, 2 VHS tapes in a collection. One is Ray Bourque winning, and the other is the 2004 Stanley Cup Championship. Ruslan Fedotenko, one of my favorite players of all time. I've actually been a low-key Lightning fan for a while. I'm not against owning their jerseys either. This is a Stamkos for that matter. It wasn't that I was salty that the Bruins lost. Tampa Bay, a better team than the Boston Bruins, no doubt about it. It wasn't that I was just salty that the Bruins lost in general. Anytime the Bruins do lose the 2019 Stanley Cup Final to St. Louis, it wasn't, fuck St. Louis. It was, fuck, St. Louis was better. Bruins blew it, but St. Louis was better too. The only complaint that I had about that was, of course, Craig Berube, who was a goon back in his playing days, complaining about officiating, which I just thought was rich. I still think it's rich. That'd be like Brad Marchand complaining about officiating, and you're like, come on, Brad. Really? So the point of the video wasn't to say that Tampa didn't deserve it. The Tampa didn't deserve to celebrate. The Tampa Bay Lightning absolutely do deserve to celebrate their Stanley Cup championship. They just did it at a horrible time. But that said, I'm still getting comments to this day on this video, so what we're going to do, we're going to go through it. People have asked me to do this since I put out the video let's do it. Let's go through this comment section. And the first one here, you are a male Karen. Now, Urban Dictionary defines a Karen. The top definition is obviously more directed towards a woman, but someone who makes solutions to others' problems and inconvenience to themselves, even though they aren't remotely affected. Now, the definition of Karen doesn't really fit me in this instance, because what solution to a problem? Was your problem that you were being stifled out of being allowed to celebrate, so the solution was the parade? The term Karen doesn't really apply. Now, I was not remotely affected, but that's okay, because I'm allowed to be empathetic towards people who were, which, you know, brings us to COVID cases in the U.S. Shout out to Knox County, Maine, my home sweet home. You look in the U.S., and, boy, since September 7th, haven't those cases been rising? Interesting. Now, we'll say this as well for Florida, of course, right? Because we're specifically talking about the state of Florida here, Lightning fans, right? I do want to point out, in the immediate aftermath, you do notice that spike. Not saying that's directly contributed to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Of course not. I can't prove that. But it is a coincidence, of course, that you're still getting, aside from 1 or 2 days here, thousands of new cases a day. Which really makes you think that maybe, just maybe, it wasn't a very good idea to hold a parade. But then people will say, well, Tougie, so many people live. And what they'll do is they'll point out this article here that they did not read from September 10th, citing pandemic planning scenarios. Now, first and foremost, the parameters in the scenario are not predictions of the expected effects of COVID-19. They won't mention that when they mention the percentage that this article shows, because again, if you are anti-mask, if you are a COVID truther, there's no effects. It's just the flu, and long-term, there's nothing. Even though we already know that's not true. Whether or not you want to take doctors' words for it, scientists' words for it, that we still don't know the long-term effects. Whether or not you want to take, I think it was Maynard James Keenan, who was on the Joe Rogan podcast, who said, I got sick back in March, and my body's still fucked up. I know I have long-term effects from this. But people won't mention the fact that it's not just the illness at full force. They won't mention, of course, like, oh, well, long-term, this could be an even worse issue. They won't mention that because it doesn't fit the narrative. What they will mention here are the numbers that you see in terms of like the infection fatality ratio. It's like, well, look at how slim the percentages of you actually dying in this scenario. I mean, of course, you know, again, you want to talk about the different scenario levels, which is fine. Of course, the other thing that they will not mention here is that this period of testing also took place between March and July, when, rightfully so, we did very, very well as a nation in terms of shutting things down to try and stop things, right? But then you notice we got about 3 months into it, and then all of a sudden people said, I'm bored, I'm not staying inside anymore, infringing on my rights. And what happened? What happened in the U.S. right around the time that this period of testing for the symptoms stopped? What happened? Well, all of a sudden we started testing more people, which of course, you know, that's a bad thing according to the president, because obviously you're going to get more positive tests when you get more information, which, yes, information's very, very scary. You get the point here. So this article that people will list as like the smoking gun, they also won't go down and read this part here. Percentage of people, percentage that die amongst those hospitalized, which is also higher. A lot of people who end up getting sick, of course, will never go to the hospital because they're asymptomatic. There's so much in this article that completely throws away the narrative of just looking at this number. But of course, that's what people do. It's like, oh, well, I found this one number. Fuck whatever else is in the article, but I found this one number. That means you're wrong, Karen, so fuck you. But they won't read the rest of the article because, of course, they won't. But again, as well, 80, you can look at the COVID cases, 8.7 million cases, 225 deaths. Of course, about 2.5% of people who have gotten this have died directly. at the very least, and we do not know the long-term effects. But, you know, so I am indeed a pussy. I was watching your goalie ratings video when I heard you reference the video. I had no idea what you were talking about. So I had read this comment here, Pistol, about just someone else mentioning who it's like, hey, here's my sister who's a teacher who did not sign up for having to deal with this in a pandemic. Here's someone who can relate to my personal struggles in life as well, for someone who's been affected by Crohn's disease, which is fucking brutal. So to Pistol, good man. I feel you on this. My wife is a teacher, and her anxiety has been through the roof. The virtual teacher grade for her level, but she's still nervous when the school's open fully back up. Your wife is pathetic. Tell her not to be a critical worker if she doesn't like the thought of getting the flu. Now, this is why I wanted to make this video, because you know they're trolls. They're trolls. That's the best part. So it's fun to just have a laugh, right? I mean, come on. It's either you're a troll regardless. There is no like, oh, well, your wife's pathetic because she's a teacher. Obviously, too. I'll mention this as well, because then I can say, well, my girlfriend, and people are like, you don't have a girlfriend, your hands. My girlfriend as well, also being a teacher. Her school just got shut down this week. Just over the weekend, they had to shut it down because of COVID cases. Because, someone decided it was a good idea to throw their kid a birthday party. Yeah. So, Brian, I feel you. I feel you on this one for sure. And I'm pretty sure we're going to see this name a lot because they had a lot of held for review comments. But that's amazing. Bolts 2020, 2020. I mean, here's the thing. Tampa Bay could very well win the 2021 Stanley Cup. They're still an amazing team. Partied like champs. Cool. Didn't say they shouldn't have partied, but could have picked a better time. Lightning in 5. Yep, they beat the Bruins in 5. Again, I think, right? Yeah, they beat the Bruins in 5 2 years ago, too, because Tampa's better than Boston. Okay. Shout out to Richard Head. Devin Dubnyk to the Sharks it's not good. He's terrible. Thank you for someone who has somewhat of a big voice. So people can hear this. It's sick and now we need another bit. Yes, we do, Pancake. I agree with that. It would be nice. I will not say, though, that I fully expect somebody like a Nasher or a Johnny to sit here and talk about this stuff, because a lot of people just don't want to do it. A lot of people don't want to bring the negative attention to themselves, and a lot of people, rightfully so, view it as pointless. This video right here that I'm making right now is fucking pointless, because it's either you're someone like Pancake, who is on the right side of things, along with myself, or you're on the other side of things, and you're a fucking idiot who's not going to have their opinion changed, and me calling you an idiot is only going to galvanize you in having that opinion and make you double down. So I know exactly, what I'm doing here is completely pointless. Doesn't mean I'm still not going to have a laugh at this side's expense. All in all. Tampa Bay better pray to God players don't test positive. Now here's the thing. As far as we know, nobody did. I highly doubt there are too many players currently out there getting tested. And of course, the fact of the matter is, that's not even to say that I managed to say like, oh, well, someone on the Lightning is going to get COVID. Like, no, you could avoid it for sure. But obviously, going out for it and saying, well, it's everyone's choice. It's not, though. It's not. If I go out, like, okay. Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. People can be affected by your decisions indirectly in life, Andrew. I don't know if you knew that, right? I don't know if you knew that. If I get into a car drunk, are you then going to say, well, when you hit that woman, I mean, it was her choice to get on the road. She knew the risk. No. It's kind of my fault for getting on the road being drunk, in the same way that if someone who comes in contact with you gets sick because you're like, well, I'm not going to wear a mask, that's your fault too. Canadian Bong Ripper. There you go. The fucking beacon of truth. Canadian Bong Ripper. I'm a Liverpool fan, would have been prepared. Now, I did mention Liverpool. Again, they did not end up celebrating still, which is unfortunate, but they'll get there eventually. And all Tampa players will have COVID. No, that's not what I said, obviously. Humans are a virus. Maybe COVID's a cure. Existentialist Arthur Geegan. Whew. I mean, maybe, right? Maybe. I'm 100% sure that if any of the other teams won, they would have done a similar thing. Okay. Sure. What about the LA Lakers? Did the Lakers do it? Derek, that 3 weeks ago comment's not looking too good. Whoo, it's not looking too good, though. And again, Had another team won, had it been Dallas, I would have said the same fucking thing. It's not a Tampa issue. It's not a Florida issue. Had the New York Islanders done it, I would have said the same thing. And I said this in the video, but of course people don't listen. Had the Bruins done it, if you think this video, me calling Tampa a disgrace, was a bit much, it would have been a lot worse had it been the Bruins, I'm telling you. I would have tripled down on this opinion. I would have been embarrassed beyond all belief as a Bruins fan had they done it. Now, I get everything else that you said there, too. Sam McGowan, good on you. Good opinion. Thank you. The roadside video, I see every family or group socially distance. Okay. Not everyone, but sure. No one forced these people to go. Okay, that's, yeah. Well, they made their choice. That doesn't matter. 99% of casualties are one that have two underlying conditions. Cool. You do know that perfectly healthy people have underlying conditions, right? How many times have we seen a professional football player, college football player, just drop dead out of nowhere because of an underlying heart condition? So sitting there, a comment like this tries to frame it as like, well, this person was on dialysis, so of course they died. Like, they try to undermine how much that means. So instead of freaking out calling people anti-scientists, maybe you should do some more research. Yeah, not quite. And then again, this was someone who brought up the 99% number. And, I'm giving facts. But of course, we already looked at that article that they always try to claim. So, you know, what are you going to do? And then this one, it's obvious he's just salty. His team blew it, which isn't true. But, you know, bet he won't make a video about Bruins literally attacked other fans in TD Garden. Are fights in the stands exclusive to Boston? I've been punched in the upper deck of TD Garden. Fun fact. I've been punched at a Bruins game. There's a pretty big difference, though, between the topic of conversation of physical violence versus COVID. That's an entirely different discussion. That's like saying, you made a video talking about plants. Why didn't you make a video talking about deer? Because we weren't talking about deer, dog. I'll talk about deer. Let's talk about deer. We weren't talking about deer on this day, though. But in both fans, Florida's had the worst restrictions ever. True, because you haven't had restrictions. We live in Saskatoon, wear a mask everywhere. Good on you. It's also the city's fault. I agree with that. You know, again, in terms of the blame, it's on Tampa, the city. It's on Tampa, the team. It's on the players. It really is on the players, though, too, as good at hockey as they may be. Now go watch all the Padres fans. Now, see, this was a good one, too, but again, I proved, this one wrong. I also made a video on this. Well, the Padres fans, because, of course, people don't understand the difference. When the San Diego Padres won and their team bus was swarmed on the way back to its hotel, that is completely different. The Padres weren't out on the streets partying with fans. They were sitting in the bus. The Lakers haven't had a parade yet. It's just Tampa that's done this so far. If you were to pick two teams who would benefit the most from not having to play in front of crowds at the beginning of the playoffs, it would have been Dallas and Tampa. Fair. From a person to get this worked up about Tampa not following the rules, obviously has never followed Florida during hurricane season. I did respond to that. This was the one. So Merrick Morin, congratulations. This was the one that caught my eye one more time, where I'm just like, yeah, I got to respond to this. Yeah, well, Florida doesn't follow rules during the hurricane, so you can't expect them to follow rules here. Fair. But as mentioned, I won't wear a mask anymore. I'll start using an umbrella when I walk outside. Sharkingtons, good on you. We've had that conversation, Sharky. Guarantee any team that would have cup would have done this. The LA Lakers. Lakers didn't do it. Again, this narrative dies. This narrative dies. And Josh, you sat there and said, like, oh, the Florida government's dumb. I agree with that. Again, that narrative, and I told you guys this at the time, that narrative of any team would have done this died the second LeBron James and the Lakers did not celebrate in public and have that parade. They'll have it eventually. They haven't had it yet. As soon as you can prove Killorn's responsible. Again, I never said Alex Killorn was directly responsible for it. Sitting there and saying, again, well, you drove drunk. That means you must have killed 10 people. No. You partied in public. That means you must have been responsible for COVID deaths. No. but it's the act of what you did that endangered lives. It is. And again, if you want to look at COVID cases, right? And, you bring up Google. What? Google? Google? Fucking Google, as if that's some kind of fucking source. But, you want to look at Florida. And again, you look at the total deaths in Florida. You look at the total number of cases. And again, Hillsborough County for Tampa, 46, nearly 47,000 cases. What are the long-term effects of that? If only 759 people have died, what's the long-term effects? But no, we don't care. Up here in Vancouver, I couldn't have said it better. Rick Mason, thank you. You wouldn't be saying that if the Canucks won. And again, that is the continued argument. You wouldn't be saying that if the Canucks won. And credit to David, as mentioned, people were very pissed. Jake Virtanen caught a lot of shit for going to that nightclub. So, no, Canucks fans absolutely would have stuck with this. Colton Judd, good on you. OG Kevin Bacon. How active is OG on YouTube? How active? He's not active on YouTube, but definitely make sure to go to Twitter. OG Kevin Bacon. One hell of a streamer, one hell of a guy. Flow Daddy as well. Another friend. Kelly Martin. I mean, a lot of people seem to care. This is my most disliked video, so a lot of people seem to care. Make sure to drop. I apparently wasn't even subbed to Flow. He hasn't uploaded recently. Also a very good streamer. Check him out on Twitter and Twitch. I'd be more pissed if it was crowds looting, rioting, and burning. Okay? I'd be more pissed if it was crowds looting. Both are reasons to be pissed. If your Bruins won, they would have won and you'd be celebrating with them. Incorrect. I value lives more than trophies. I hate to tell you. I value lives more than trophies. He definitely would have. He would. Gotta complain about something. Tougie's a clown. And then Zach saying the right thing. Like, oh yeah. So Zach, thank you. I mean, you've been subbed here for a while. Zach, thank you for trying to fight the good fight. I hate to say it, but to Michael Grabas, Parker Mayo, Alexander Heinze, leave. Boy, for someone who's a clown, you sure seem to be intrigued by my opinion. Interesting. Shout out to my neighbor's dog. Nicholas Prue. Good on you. I'm not an anti-masker, but any team would have done this. Incorrect. Oh, baby. And whoever wins the NBA title will do the same thing. Oh, Mr. Maselli. How does it feel? How does it feel to be wrong? I'm going to shut this window because of that damn dog. I'm also going to look at my phone like a true professional. Like a true professional. Yeah, case in point. And again, Cam Popplestone, someone else would have done it too, doesn't defend it. Exactly. I'm just saying he shouldn't be surprised that this happened. I'm not surprised that it happened at all. I never said I was surprised that it happened. Doesn't mean I'm not going to be embarrassed for the team. And again, to anybody here, oh, this is salty Boston got beat. No, I'm not. Enjoy the rebuild fuckface. Oh, God, I got to leave a like for that one. Enjoy the rebuild fuckface. It's pretty good. Again, factually proven to be wrong. And again, I know, like, people will automatically just presume, Boston, you're salty. My team wasn't good enough to win the Stanley Cup. It doesn't matter who beat them. My team wasn't good enough. I know this. I watched them play. They were shit. And Tampa's much better, but, hypocritical because people were going to protest. Okay, so here's this one, and then again, there's that 99.7% number that people will point out that I talked about with the article. And man, this guy was really mad because he went through the comments to make sure to prove everybody. Again, here's the thing. People going to protests without masks and yelling. Not cool. However, in life, Tyler, you have to sit here and decide what is worth the risk. Donald Trump, for example, in the last presidential debate said, is wind really worth the investment when it kills all the birds? 200,000, basically 250,000 birds die every year from windmills, as opposed to literally millions of birds that die every year from house cats. So we look at that and we say, okay, 250,000 birds, but a better energy source. And we say, the energy source is worth it. We look at cars and we say, okay, people die. Car accidents happen. It's tragic. People die. But look at the benefit of cars. And we say, okay, cars are worth it. protesting social injustice, is it worth the risk? For a lot of people, yeah, because to them it's a life and death situation anyway, versus a parade celebrating a trophy. If you don't get it, Tyler, and anyone else who upvoted them, that's fine. If you don't get that, I don't know what to tell you. Oh, popular TC. Thank you for that. But it's okay to protest around the country. Yes, it is. And again, the survival rates, Bruins suck. It's a scamdemic. A scamdemic. So here's my thing. Who started the scam? Who started the scam? Am I supposed to listen to this virgin? God, this guy was everywhere. Good on you, Plato. So who started the scam? Who's the scam from? Who's it from? Was it the Dems? Are the libs running a scamdemic to hurt the job numbers and the economy so that Trump looks bad? Is that what it is? Let me know. Splatman, good stuff. Are you going to make a 15-minute video about the Padres wildcard celebration? I did, and I pointed out the differences. So I absolutely did make that one. Let's go back to channel videos really quickly, and shout out to my view counts. Right here, I made a video about the Padres. Fun fact, this one only got 900 views. Because, you know, people only care because you're insulting their favorite team. All the protests are okay, but celebrating is bad. Yes. Yes. Yes, it is. Keep hiding in your houses and stay away from everyone if you want. So again, this argument too. I don't know about you guys, but I've been following social distancing. I wear a mask whenever I leave the house. I've left the house. I still go to the grocery store. I've been to the DMV in the past, 7 months now since this has been going on. I've been to restaurants. Granted, I eat outside, socially distanced, and not inside. The only thing I haven't done is go to a bar, which, going to bars is overrated anyway. I haven't been to the movies. Okay. I haven't wasted $15 on popcorn. Cool. I haven't gone to a sporting event, which sucks. You know, I was hoping to get to a Bruins game before the playoffs. I had tickets to an AEW wrestling show in Boston in April. That was then postponed to August, and now is scheduled for April 2021. So that kind of sucks, but I can deal with it. I haven't been to a concert in a year. I saw Ghost in Portland, Maine, October of last year. I can deal with that. But just because someone thinks you should wear a mask and socially distance doesn't mean they just sit at home all day. I've still lived. I've had to give up some things, but is avoiding getting sick myself, avoiding putting friends and family at risk, and your friends and family, by just being respectful and wearing a mask, is that worth missing out on sporting events and concerts? Yeah, it is. You know, Trev, good stuff. Trump 2020. Good luck with that, by the way. Let's see. Rico, agreed. Mike Fist, agreed. Popoff, Sergachev, I did. Just sounds like a salty Bruins fan to me. Lamau, Sam, good stuff. Sam is now a snowflake bitch who's a germaphobe. Oh, God. So I should have left up a counter. How many times the word salty's been shown? Oh, God. Nick saying that his uncle passed away from COVID. Jesus Christ, Nick. Well, if that is true, you have my condolences. I live in Germany. We've gone from sub 250 in recent days. How people started openly disregarding rules. So fun fact, I'm actually relatively aware at the situation in Germany. My girlfriend's parents used to be hosts for exchange students. So my girlfriend's still in contact with a lot of people. A lot of the exchange students that came over. So, it's like she has friends in Japan. She has friends in Germany. So, she's been able to compare, what's going on, elsewhere compared to the U.S. And, yeah. For starters, Florida released their restrictions. Right. Well, because the state said, and there it is again, that 99.9% number. Again, but I already showed you on the article. It's like, okay, well, here's why that's not the slam dunk number that people think. But again, because Florida lifted their restrictions, it's fine, of course. So, again, allow me to be a big professional here. But yeah, because Florida lifted their restrictions, it means it's fine, of course. You're all such good little communists. So because I think people should wear masks, that also means I think everyone should have the same, okay? It's unbelievable how easy populations swallow fear. That I agree with. You know, people are, you know, if you say something's dangerous, but, you know, something is literally dangerous. I mean, I get it, right? 1 million people have died. That's somewhat of a reason to be fearful. I'm just saying. 1 million people have died. Well, they would have died anyway. Of course. They could have gotten hit by a bus instead. But they died from something that, you know, yeah, unavoidable. It's going to happen. You know, pandemics and shit. But that doesn't mean you don't also try to be responsible about it. I closed the comment section. Oh, no. Let's see if we can bring that back up. Okay, top comments. We're still... Okay, let's see. Hopefully these keep coming up. Let's see if we can find it again. Hopefully they're in the same order. It looks like it. Anyway, yeah, okay, there we go. Uh-oh. Are no more loading? Oh, come on, you gotta load up here. Snipe and score, by the way. Appreciate that one. Let's go back for a second. Back and to the left. Back and to the left. Okay, let's see if we can get this again. By the way, you might have noticed the monetization for this is it's the yellow symbol. This video was reported for hate speech, by the way. As if people thought like I made it for the money, or that I was gonna be silenced, or my channel was gonna be in trouble because it was reported. But you know. Let's see. Hopefully some of these aren't out of order. Okay, they don't look like it. Let's see. There's been impacting code for months. Let's see. I think the NHL did the right thing talking to Tampa and saying that maybe they should have done it. I agree with this. I haven't seen enough people talking about this on. Thank you. Congrats, Tampa. I agree. Congrats, Tampa. They absolutely deserved to win the Stanley Cup. They did. Maybe Bruins wearing a mask on golf course. Again, we've covered this. It's not about the Bruins. It's a Tampa fan that should have canceled it. There you go, Jason. Jason, I want you to be able to go to that parade and fucking celebrate like you deserve to do it. Let's just not do it right now. Jeff, thank you for that. Recurve, thank you for that. And again, as a first responder, especially around this time, grow up. Now, Zach's been subbed to me for 2 years. Okay. It's fine if all the rules, that's man. They can do what they want. So, Taco, here's the problem, though. If other people just do whatever the fuck they want, you do realize that people around you are going to be affected. It shouldn't. Okay. It only takes 2 weeks for the CDC to cite this as a massive site of COVID spreading. I don't think they did that, actually. Which, again, isn't necessarily surprising. You know, me saying it was bullshit that they did this wasn't to automatically say, like, the Tampa Bay Lightning just killed people. Like, no. But the Tampa Bay Lightning put people in danger when they didn't have to, for the sake of a trophy. And that's right, I called the Stanley Cup a trophy. I value human life more than the Stanley Cup. I completely agree with you. But it's Florida, and there's no animal change. I agree with that. I do. Florida's Florida. Jesus. Well stated, thank you. Mad. Big mad. It's true, guys. I'm just... Whoo am I mad. Just holding back the tears. I am the meme of the crying face, but the mask. That's me. Mark, thank you for that. So salty. We live in Sweden. So, you know, again, if anyone wants to... I live in Sweden. None of it. We still have one of the lowest death rates in the world in Sweden. Yes, because population density in Sweden compares to the U.S. Robin, you've been subbed for a year. What are you doing? Matt, thank you for you. Also known as Gump Nerd. Good stuff. I've left my house twice since Corona started. Now, see, again, I'm not even saying that's the right way to go. Like, I'm not saying, like, oh, stay in your house and stay scared. You know. But just be cautious. COVID isn't that dangerous. Hold on. COVID isn't that dangerous. Okay. I think it was up to the fans. I mean, it was, but you don't give dumb people a chance to make dumb decisions. You know? Well, it was up to them to go. Okay, but I hate to equate people who went to kindergartners, but if it was up to the kindergartners, they'd probably finger paint all day and run with scissors, which is why you don't let people do stuff sometimes. But my freedom! I don't give a fuck about your freedom here, though, bud. Eliza, good stuff. Alec, good stuff. Francis, good stuff. UG Dynasty, good stuff. Another streamer. The numbers are fake. It's all a big conspiracy, guys. It's all a big conspiracy. Everyone that's died, oof, big conspiracy. 225,000 people didn't die. Come on. Come on. Not surprised by the boomer poster. Stay crying. Okay. There's blood on their hands. I mean, we don't know that for sure, but it was dangerous. I love the lightning, but skipped the celebration. FTC, good on you. Am I a flat earther? Because you're so far left, you're going to fall off the end. So I do wonder how me saying, like, hey, I believe in this, and that people need to stay safe. I do wonder in Dan's mind how that equates to, like, because if I believe in COVID being a threat, that means I'm a man of science. So if I'm a man of science, then I'm very obviously not a flat earther. He's clearly a Democrat voter. That is true. However, I am not staunchly anti-Republican. I'm anti-Donald Trump because he's a D-list celebrity who just talks shit on Twitter and people find that entertaining and fine. I did vote for Joe Biden. That's been well established. Because, yeah, not that Joe Biden's the perfect candidate. He is not. He is not perfect at all. But am I going to be embarrassed on a daily basis to see what Joe Biden said publicly? No. And as far as I know, Joe Biden hasn't necessarily talked about doing anything to women, grab them by the pussy, which I know some of you were just like, fuck yeah, man, you go Donnie, bro. But, you know, as someone who has a lot of respect for the strong women in my life, yeah, no, that's, ugh. So, you know. And again, I do love this. Stop watching CNN, do some research, which, again, is my favorite when people are just like, well, you think this way, you must watch CNN. You think this way, you must watch Fox News. Like, it's just bullshit. Micah, thank you for that. You can dislike this video, but you know it's true. Thank you, Blocky. Thank you. I dislike the video. Basically, my opinion is to let people do what they want. Again, Bolts, you're a fucking idiot. You've been subbed here for 3 years. But, again, what are you going to do? Definitely can. It's only true to sheep like this whiny nerd. It's only true to sheep. Okay. Mad respect for you. This is really stupid. I agree. Tongue, I disagree. Let them party. COVID's fake. Espen, good stuff. Biscuit, good stuff. They hate us because they ain't us. I mean, I wish my team won the Stanley Cup. I don't hate the Tampa Bay Lightning. I'm wearing the jersey right now. Let them have fun. They deserve the cup. I want them to have fun. Just give it a little bit of time. That's all I'm saying. Goddamn. Like, goddamn. I even said in the video, I'm like, man, just do it later. Do it later. Throw the biggest fucking parade the state of Florida's ever seen. Just don't do it now. Juliana, good stuff. Juliana, okay, interesting. Okay, they didn't cause those deaths that day. Never said they did. Someone didn't go to the parade and drop dead. I never said they did. Before you make your case for that and say all the research, those cases were what the fuck? How long were they sick before this? People made their choice to go and not wear masks. Others that came, holy run on sentences. Others that came there chose to stay after seeing people not wear masks. But to try and put 174, I never tried to put 174 deaths on a hockey team. I said people in the state of Florida were dying while there was a celebration going on. Hence, yeah, see, Lonjart, thank you for being smart. You know, again, wow, that one hit me. Didn't say 174 people died because of Tampa that day they were celebrating. But, again, it's pretty irresponsible. It's pretty irresponsible. For example, A kid dies in the ball pit at a Chuck E. Cheese. You probably then don't want to take a class field trip to the Chuck E. Cheese and let the kids just fucking go into the ball pit. You probably want to be like, let's avoid the ball pit today. There you go. That's my analogy. There we go. Oh, this was one too that I had to approve recently. Everyone who wouldn't have gone to the parade's just a pussy. So we're going to hide inside for years then. No, I said that before. Let's talk hockey. Good stuff. You're a joke. And then Crash. Oh, good old Crash Andrews. Make sure to follow him right here on YouTube and Twitch, Twitter as well. So, but, you know, yeah, I am a joke. Florida's the worst. I wouldn't say Florida's the worst, but, I mean, shit, they have the reputation of Florida man for a reason. Tampa was lucky. Boston lost. The Bruins would have fucking lost even if they had to. Tampa's a fucking wagon. They're so good. They're so good. I'm going to ignore the rest of that because who gives a shit. First, let's go Lightning. Okay, cool. Lightning fan. Already? Good stuff. The refs win the cup. Okay, Francis lost the cup, but once again, no. Like, Tampa deserved the cup. I think this is an overreaction. It's the way... Again, this one was... Oh, that's the way the state of Florida's run. I don't care. Well, it's the way they chose to run it. Okay? But that doesn't fuck it. That's an indictment on the leadership. That's not to say like, oh well, they're choosing to live this way, so let them live this way. No, because people who are in Florida around it, like I don't know if you noticed this, but travel's a thing. You know, if this was way back in the day, and it took 6 weeks on horse to get to the next city, then sure, let them do what they want because it's not going to affect people. But I don't know if you know this, but, you know, bus travel, train travel, airplanes, it's not contained within the state just because Florida's choosing to live that way. What is it that would make you happy in this scenario? The Lightning not having a parade? Yes. Yes, the Lightning postponed the parade. I literally said that in the video numerous times. I've said it in this video numerous times. Postpone the parade. Have it later. It might not be as special as being in the moment, but we live in unique times. So, you know, I'm not going to read the rest of that because I'm not here. No, okay, hold on. Person not go to the parade or not put myself at risk. Okay, cool. Well, I wouldn't want to put myself at risk, but if others want to do that, then fine. Okay, whatever. Okay, I know someone who's having... okay, a lot of people are having troubles. That's fine. But talking down to people. I talked down to the Tampa Bay Lightning. Oh no. Those poor millionaires. We need less emotional responses. It's not an emotional response. The response, that one and this one, is from a logical standpoint of the Tampa Bay Lightning are fucking idiots. It's a fact. It is an objective fact that they are fucking dumb for what they did. Sorry. And again, salty Bruins fan. We really should see. Who cry like bitches when they don't get their way. Interesting. Let's see. Good stuff. Nick, any American who won the cup would have done this? Nope. Literally not true. Again, Blitz, good stuff. Lost all credibility. I didn't. I mean, literally, me. Okay. Dr. Tougie Fauci lecturing us. I mean, again, numerous times have quoted actual science and such. But, you know, what are you going to do? So why didn't you cry when the Black Lives Matter? Again, already touched upon that. Certain things that are a little bit more important. He set up a fundraiser to bail rioters out of jail. I didn't. I mean, I did say I'd donate to the Minnesota Freedom Fund, which I did. To bail rioters out of jail. I don't think you properly understand what the Minnesota Freedom Fund is and what it does. I'll allow you to do that research. As someone who I'm pretty sure Dan mentioned, you need to do your research. So, and Dad's home. Feel free to leave. Feel free. Tampa, someone to fall for hosting the parade. Don't act like mass supports Americans. Don't give a fuck about COVID. Many of those things. I mean, of course, that's fine. I mean, you're not wrong there. Sox, good stuff. People can make their own choices. Again, we've already... virtue signaling. I don't think you know what virtue signaling means, but that's okay. And again, good on you. You don't wear a mask just to protect yourself. That's what a lot of people don't get. Do you really think that gathering spread COVID and killed 60 to 80 people overnight? Again, that's somebody else who just, their comprehension level isn't there. This ain't it. It's not it, TTB TV, because I criticized the lightning. I'm sorry. Again, someone else who doesn't know the meaning of the word Karen. Let them have their fun. Disliked because I can. I mean, that's fine. And again, I mean, the attitude of let them have their fun. I mean, if your idea of fun is needlessly putting people in danger, then shit, who am I to tell you? Who am I to tell you that you're right or wrong, right? Give me 1 second. There we go. We're good. I'm not making jump cuts in this. Cry me a river. No, I'm good. Thank you. Live in your basement much? Again, we've already talked about how I've been, you know, it's been business as usual in my life, at least. Let's see. I completely agree with the fact they're celebrating is how they're celebrating. Exactly. Walolo. Good stuff. Okay, this is a hockey channel, not a political channel. Wrong, Hathaway. Wrong. This is a Tougie 24 channel. This is Cody Tougis's channel. And I can talk about whatever the fuck I want to. Literally anything that I want to. And yeah, I will continue to do so. I have always done that and will continue to do so. If you do not like that I just won't specifically stick to hockey, then I do not want you here. I don't need you here either. I would rather have this channel die than have it be boosted up by people who are upset that I chose to talk about a topic that isn't even political. Wearing a mask isn't political, people. But, you know. Who cares? Not you, apparently, which has me fearful for people in your life. I lost all respect for Tampa. I mean, I didn't. It was a dumb decision. Everyone in these comments are sheep. This dude's salty. I mean, again, I went to Walmart 3 days ago. I bought food and hockey cards. We're gonna have a video about these soon. If you know, it's just a cheap ass little thing, but I gotta make NHL 21 content somehow. You know, I just wore a mask and went to the store. It's not that problem. Oh God. Hashtag salty. He isn't salty. He's right. Thank you, Med. Good stuff. I'm not gonna bother reading. Wow, that was a hell of a chain. That was a hell of a chain. And the game, Cooper and again, Francis is really fighting a different fight. Cry more. Okay. Blah, blah, blah. Fuck off, Hail Satan. What a name. Oh, my God. Nick, I agree. Some of the comments here are just plain baffling. The whole people should do what they want thing is nonsense and just embarrassing. Iniesta, I'm just going to like that immediately. Thank you. I find it interesting that you're a Brit with the name Iniesta, though. Interesting. Justin, again, good stuff. Congrats to your favorite team winning a cup, as it should. Karen 24, turd flinging Mankey. Great, dude. The best part is here the names. God damn, good stuff. Those pictures just an indication how rich people have different rules. Fair. So if Boston wanted did this, beat you wouldn't be mad. Which again, Mighty Ducks fan got the point. And Nico literally time stamping it to where I said, and I said it again today, if the Bruins had done something, then I'd be even more pissed off. Was it a clickbaity title? Yes, but that was the point. And I stand by the title of calling them a disgrace to hockey. I 100% do. You're just mad because you're scared for your own help. Stop. This has to be sarcastic, right? This has to be, right? Oh, this was the comment about looking shit up on Google, and it's like, oh, it's Chinese. Google's Chinese. Again, you're mad because you're scared for your own health. Not really. I mean, I am 26. So that article that was listed, I am very much in that bracket, despite the fact that I'm fat. I'm very much in that bracket of people who are not likely to die from COVID. I'm scared for my friends, my family, your friends, your family, who might not be so lucky. I don't know about you, and you're unlikely to know this, but if I were to find out that I didn't wear a mask at a store and some little girl's grandfather ended up dying because of me, technically, even though I'd never find this out, but if I somehow knew that, man, as someone who lost his grandfather when he was 5 and it fucked him up for a long time, I couldn't. I'd have a hard time living with myself, knowing that all I had to do instead was just make sure I have some distance between us and wear a fucking mask. Again, you can call me what you want. Call me an empathetic little bitch, but shit, I'll take being called a little bitch or a pussy because I'm empathetic. Go cry a river. No fan base would be wearing masks. Go watch soccer. Okay, that's the last one though. Unfortunately, damn, that was a journey though. That was a journey though. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun. Like I said, this video itself, it doesn't solve anything, doesn't change anything. It's not going to change anybody's opinion here. Although if someone watches this who, commented here in a negative way and then comments to this one in a negative way, I have to ask why you're still here, because you're not going to silence me. It's literally not going to happen. You're not going to change my opinion because, again, I'm in the right, you're in the wrong, which is fine. If you want to be in the wrong, cool. Yeah, I mean, this video doesn't really change much, if we're being honest. So I don't know, just felt like making it. People were asking for it, and again, with NHL 21 being an absolute disaster right now, it made sense ultimately to do this. But I will say the same thing I said before that led to people targeting the last video as hate speech. Fuck the Tampa Bay Lightning. Fuck you if you are a COVID denier. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself. Because I could sit here and say, well, look at yourself, reflection, let's have a serious conversation. But it's obvious that if you're on that side of the line already, you're not willing to have a serious conversation. So in which case I say, go fuck yourself. Have a nice day. Don't get anybody that you love and care about sick, or anybody that I love and care about sick. But go fuck yourself, nonetheless. There you go. For those who wanted this video, hey, I hope you enjoyed it at the very least. Treat it as a podcast more than anything. I have no idea how long this video is about. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Till next time, have a good one. Take it easy. And go talk to the LA Lakers about how they celebrated in public. Oh, wait, they didn't!